Sam, you were asking, where the hell Tucker's been, right? I mean, he has really kind of fallen off the map. This Twitter show is a pretty big misstep.
What is happening with that Twitter show? Are they getting many views? Do we have any sense?
Well,
we can't.
It's hard to know exactly because I can't remember who pointed this out on Twitter, but there's the two feeds. There's the For You, which is algorithmically enhanced with all your favorite anti-Semites added into your feed, and then there's the Your Actual Feed, which is supposed to be people you are just following, and nonetheless, Tucker's show keeps appearing into the people you're only following feed. And as we know, just appearing in the feed is enough for Twitter to count it as a view.
Yeah,
well, that's the thing. Views really doesn't. I mean, it's absurd on Twitter. Like you scroll through everything. I don't watch video on Twitter.
Exactly. So they're fudging those numbers. Binder and others have done analyses of those numbers, just essentially confirming what we suspect. And so,
but what's funny is, like, despite that, you can't trust the numbers. You can trust the trend, and the trend has been going down.
Exactly. And I mean, you can also trust it in your analysis of the guess, where like he started off hot. He had the Trump interview. Hot, for his standards, Trump interviewed that counter program with the first Republican debate. And then things just started to keep getting more and more.
Now we have to have the guy who says he had a gay affair with Obama.
Right. That's the one I was thinking of, dredging up that debunked story from like 15 years ago. And now this guy.
Yeah, Alex Jones is like the last refuge for a show that is struggling with its numbers. Here he is with Tucker Carlson.
And Trump being the candidates. You see the system, the media going after Biden, and he deserves it, but they were covering it up until now. Now they're covering the laptop. Now they're covering attack on the dog. Now they're covering, all of his senility, all the corruption, the Chinese spies.
Attacking a dog. What a pig he is. I'm sorry.
Well, I was told that by Secret Service and by people that, let's just say, work with them. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I actually have a contact for you. I'd like to be able to hear it from them. But when this is over, I'll let you actually hear it from yourself. I think they'll tell you off record.
I trust you.
But yeah, he is completely out of his mind. He wanders around for the entire 2.5 years. It's getting worse. Naked in the White House. In the middle of the night, doesn't know who he is. They have to give him a bunch of drugs, a bunch of amphetamines in the morning. Then they've got to drug him. At night, sometimes he'll like be out for the morning for a while and then comes back out at night for a ball. That's when there's a real problem.
He is on drugs. I have established that, and I know someone who witnessed it. I'm not guessing at this. I know someone personally who witnessed him taking amphetamines. And this was during the 2020 election.
So how's this going to, that's huge. I know you don't play games.
No, I don't play games with this. I'll just say he's a makeup artist.
Well, no, you said the NFL.
So what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, the both two guys talking about how they have secret information they can't share with the viewer, and this is supposed to be independent media. Like, oh yeah, I can tell you off there, but I guess you could say we're protecting my source. I'm going to protect my source.
Makeup artist, and so Biden sits down and says, "Time for my amphetamines."
Yeah, jack me up, Jack. I don't doubt that. The presidents take drugs. They take like a cocktail of drugs.
Who else takes drugs?
Yeah,
people
Trump.
take drugs.
Oh, yeah, true.
The amount of pills that your average 80-year-old is taking, I just find it very hard to believe.
Right.
I wouldn't be shocked if they were giving him amphetamines or something. I don't know if it would be amphetamines or whatever it is. I wouldn't be shocked by this, but the idea that this is secret information because a makeup artist, Biden's going to announce I'm taking amphetamines now right before I get my hair done.
Again, this is the most uninteresting way to critique a president because this is fairly common. Nixon had, if you search Nixon Dilantin, there's accusations that he abused that. Reagan himself was senile in the White House. There are reporters who are like, yeah, I looked at him and there was nobody there. But again, how about we focus on the actual policies?
JFK, look up his relationship with his doctor Feelgood, and he would take
back
things.
Pain medication that led to some other side effects. Yeah,
he would take things to get up and then come down, and there are doctors there that give them also just a ton of high-end supplements just to make sure they don't die. So that's part of it as well.
I think George H.W. Bush took Halidol, if I remember correctly, was I think there was some talk about him taking that. But nevertheless, it's fascinating. Is there more? Can we hear more about? I mean, the Biden walking around naked. I find that disturbing.
NSA spying on me, high level, and then a month later they went, yes, we're spying on Tucker Carlson.
Yeah, I know.
So you don't make stuff up. And so what I'm saying here is Biden's a liability for him. Trump's a liability. What do? They have a right-winger, they'll claim, assassinate Biden, and they'll have a left-winger assassinate Trump. That then gets the country even in more of a fight against each other. And then they put in Gavin Newsom and, somebody like Mike Pence or who knows. But I really think the next 13 months is the most critical time, not just in American history, but world history. Because if they can bring down America, they're going to bring down the world. And then you've got the escalation. Remember a year ago, Biden said you can't give F-16s and Abrams tanks and cruise missiles to the Ukrainians. That's World War III. Now they're doing it. So as Russia wins that war, as Colonel McGregor documented a few months ago with you, NATO is escalating. Well, that leads right to nuclear war. So we're so close. That fundamentally makes me so mad. This transcends politics. Since when do Democrats love war? Since when do Democrats love the intelligence agencies? They love them now. And so really the Democratic,
so dark.
Just like the Republican Party is a beachhead for sanity and populism.
Pause it for 1 second. It just to be clear that the idea of Democrats loving war, I'm not sure if, people, there was certainly have had Democrats who've gotten us into some nasty wars.
The Democratic Party.
But the idea that it's so dark to hear about Democrats loving national security agencies, I agree. But it's weird that he did not have a comment on the dual assassination plot, where they're going to recruit a right-winger to assassinate Biden and a left-winger to assassinate Trump. And that this is to open the door to Gavin Newsom and maybe Mike Pence.
Working together.
And you mix that in with some other stuff of like, boy, we're in a militaristic mode right now. Fascinating.
Yeah. Also, there's, as far as I know, been no corroboration. In fact, the opposite, that Tucker was illegally targeted by the Biden administration.
Wasn't he going to come out with like all sorts of info and then we never heard about it?
Yeah. Right. Like, I think kind of like this whole, there's going to be a dual assassination thing is something that they're going to talk about for a while to get attention. And then we won't hear about it when nothing comes of it.
Right.
Is there any more to this? I don't know. It's getting increasingly less relevant.
Minutes, but yeah.
Alex
Jones. He's past his prime. It's over. He's like he's in like almost Bill O'Reilly territory now.
Well, part of the problem, I think, is that a lot of people have taken his shtick. Yeah. And they now, he has to do increasingly sort of like desperate and crazy things to have any even entertainment value, and it's just old. It's just old, I think.
Yeah, and I think he also he's become such an avatar for like the most insane online conspiracies about these kinds of things that even people that are more inclined to listen to him are seeking other alternatives, because it's just gotten to a point where his reputation is just tarnished to that degree, I would say. So like, I mean, but he needs to keep making money, because he's got a $1 billion black hole sitting right in front of him.